When they say you're not ready, that you'll never make it on your own, that's the time to really shine.
First of all, you're nothing but a trashy hoe. Second of all, you suck dick. Third of all, you're not a boss ass bitch. You're a boss ass trashy hoe.
This is an off-the-cuff video about the current Camila media blitz that's been going on nonstop, so be prepared for some random streams of consciousness. I needed to talk about her new image. To me, I think Camila was pivoting to a new audience. That's the whole point of this rebrand. But she couldn't completely distance herself from her past, so I think she figured that she'd have to play into it.
In your orbit, like I'm in people's orbits again, like I'm back almost, and I'm bad, diabolical. It's like embracing that baddie kind of villainous energy.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think Camila took a page from Taylor's Reputation era. I saw that she was using a snake imagery for one of her music videos. But most of the inspiration came from Spring Breakers, the 2010s party girl aesthetic. Cabello dived in completely into that sleazy look. She's definitely not the good girl anymore, something that the public already clocked. This time though, Camila is embracing it openly. I also think that she went into this direction because sex sells, right? Camila needs to show Interscope that she can be lucrative right now. To justify all the resources that they've put in her, the stakes are really high right now. And just as a little side note, I'm noticing Camila is promoting with an airiness to her.
Bleach and tone, like what do you mean tone? Which
was a stark contrast from her past self. I remember during the shutdowns, Cabello didn't look good at all. During that phase of her career, Camila's struggles were more visible than ever. Now she's in a much better place, but I low-key think that Camila used her low period to unofficially atone for her past transgressions. Since the world saw her get her quote-unquote karma, that would be her get-out-of-jail-free card. So I'm thinking that she thinks she doesn't need to address her past racist behavior to the public because of all this. And to be fair, it's a possibility that Camila did do the work in private and is a better person, which is why she feels comfortable moving like she has a new lease on life, not caring to acknowledge her past incident. But yeah, it doesn't work for me. But anyway, I think in her mind, she thinks that she was thrown into the deep end and she's done the work, and so she's learned how to survive it, and now she's back and better than ever.
They always said this city would be underwater by now. Then again, that's what they said about her. I guess they both learned how to swim.
I'm hoping that makes sense. I'm kind of all over the place here. It's interesting how her rebrand and her carefree attitude translates to her relationship with Black people. XOXO was heavily inspired by hip-hop. She's heavy-handed with associating herself amongst Black artists in rap. And with all this association going on, I had to ask, who is this for? And what's the reasoning behind this?
I'm doing all the things that make me feel good.
I think she's overcompensating in response to her racist past being exposed. She's linking up with all these Black people to ward off the racist label. It makes it harder to call her a racist when all these Black artists are okay working with her and co-signing her. But her plan falls short. Firstly, we've seen people be anti-Black and yet love the cultural products Black people make. We've seen people who are racist break bread with Black people. It doesn't change anything. Secondly, her transgressions require more than linking up with Black artists. Remember, she was so racist, she needed racial healing sessions for a year. Not to mention her past attitude fostered a racist fan base, a fan base that racially bullied Normani off the internet, a situation that was so traumatizing she's still working through it to this day.
And I think that kind of, it really did shift my perspective when it comes to social media and relationship, which I'm still working through, is being able to trust myself in that again, which is why I'm not as active.
Thirdly, her actions thus far aren't to make amends with the Black community. She's being performative. Funny how she'll work with Black artists and say she loves hip-hop and yet not go onto Black hip-hop platforms to promote.
Even me, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know about this.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not yearning for Camila to invade our spaces. And who knows, maybe she's tried to get on Black platforms and they've just rejected her, so I don't know. Yeah, it's just not working out. It'll always fall short, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to bring this up, it's a little side note. Something else that I've noticed that Camila is doing right now is to link herself with Black female artists. She's reached out to Normani and some other people. In regards to Normani, Camila has been chasing Normani down from 2022 to now. Camila was trying to get her cool moment that she can parade around to signal to people that she and her are cool and to say, look, I'm not racist. And while Camila has been desperate for Normani to publicly acknowledge her, Normani has been taking her sweet time, only responding to her when it benefited her, using it as promo for her new album. This is one of the few times I condone being an opportunist. I don't think these two are cool. I think this was a closing of a chapter. Normani's response was to the point, there was no affection. And on top of that, Normani doesn't need to forgive Camila if she doesn't want to. And that goes for all the Black people that Camila offended. Camila might be a better person, but she isn't deserving of forgiveness. Forgiveness is earned. And at this point, as a Black person, it's in your best interest to pay Cabello no mind. Which is ironic since Camila has been trying to strike up connections with other Black female artists besides Normani. Chloe Bailey was one of them, but Chloe has been paying her dust. Thank God she knows better. But I can't say the same for everyone. When Camila reached out to the mixed race African artist Tyla, she responded back to her. Anti-Black girls linking up. Makes sense, right? But I guess someone with sense told Tyla to delete her response. It's actually a really bad look since Tyla is under fire for her racial identity and being a culture vulture, so it's not a good look to link up with a girl who had an anti-Black past. Like, come on now. Another African artist that has interacted with Camila was Ira Starr. She commented under her post, and I don't think Camila replied, but I was super disappointed and shocked when I saw this. I am giving Ira a side eye, but there's a part of me that thinks that maybe Universal put her up to interacting with Camila online to help with Camila's reputation. Ira is under UMG just like Camila, and I think UMG has pushed other Black female artists to interact with Camila too. City Girls, for example, has a joint deal with their label in Motown, and Motown is under UMG, so I think they were forced to do their collab with Miss Hair, but outside of that, they have not acknowledged Camila whatsoever. At least I don't think they have. And what's really interesting in all this is how with the Black women, we see how they aren't welcoming to Camila in comparison to their Black male counterparts. Lil Nas X is out here being her best gay friend. Drake, who is technically mixed, he's been out with Camila on a few occasions, giving her a feature, giving her a song, and he's given her so much publicity. And like, I just wish our Black male entertainers were as hard-lined as our female counterparts. In a perfect world, I wouldn't want anyone to work with her, but I'm going to give grace towards any of the Black people who have worked with Camila. Camila has a lot of influence backing her, so maybe these Black collaborators didn't have a choice. So who knows? In general, this whole I have Black friends thing just comes off as her using Black people to show mainstream America, aka white America, that she's changed.
That's exactly, thank you, because you understand me.
Plus, it speaks volumes that she decided to link up with Drake, who was enemy number one in a lot of Black spaces. Not to mention, with all her talk of her love for hip-hop, being a student of it, it doesn't help her situation that her music sounds like she's horribly cosplaying a rapper.
And my tooth is getting long. I'ma hug the mic, take a bite, peekaboo thong.
She studied hip-hop to sound like that. Y'all, like, no joke, that rap line in Chanel No. 5 physically hurt me. Beware to those who want to listen to this album. So here's my thing. I know Camila doesn't care, but for me personally, I don't care what she does. I will never entertain a Camila redemption unless she does a serious sit-down interview to address her past scandal. Like before, I said in my other Camila video, I prefer her to sit down with Tamron Hall. If not her, then maybe a Robin Roberts or a Gayle King. They're good alternatives. You know, just for once really addressing what she's done and face the elephant in the room. If she does that and she makes a public apology to Normani, then I'd think about giving her a shot. But Camila probably thinks too much time has passed, so nothing she does now will rectify her past. Plus, if she did all that, she might not have a career, so she's avoiding that at all costs. So who knows, right? Who knows? Lastly, another lesson people should take from this is that don't wait around for someone's comeuppance. I decided to block Camila from all platforms like 3 years ago. It was right after I did the video about her, about how insidious her Tumblr scandal actually was. And I made that video to help me release those feelings about her. It was therapeutic, and once I did that video, I was better off. So don't be sticking around trying to wait for these people to mess up or to flop in any type of capacity. Like, just state your opinion and just move on. They don't need that much attention. You're just helping them in the long run. The glory days are over. Like, there's nothing she can do to reclaim her past success. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe.